All right, y'all. So I want to talk about something that I have noticed for a while and I haven't really seen anyone touch on it. And that is that lesbians and gays don't exist. So I know some of you are going to be like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean they don't exist? Like, they're literally here. Like, people literally fought for their right to be legally married, which isn't a true marriage under God. But but what I mean by that is that, yes, there are people who identify as homosexual or people who engage in that lifestyle. But truth to be told, I'm going to start with the lesbians. I just don't think they exist. And I know that's going to come off some type of way, like you're trying to erase them or diminish their sexual identity or what have you. But I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to ask you all, when is the last time that you saw a lesbian, right? Whether that was in public or just in real life. I'm not talking about online. I'm not talking about on TV. I'm not talking about anecdotally. I mean, like you saw with your own two eyes, right? Because I guess you can't really assume because the default is straight. So I just go around assuming that people are straight unless I have a reason to think otherwise. But nonetheless, I don't even go around thinking about those kind of things to begin with. I'm just wondering because I know of experiences that people have gone through, like women that thought or think that they're a lesbian, and they just they always complain that they can't get a date, or they always complain that they think this woman is into them, I guess, and then come to find out she's not. And it just seems like out of the whole homosexual LGBT whatever thing that they have going on, it's the lesbians and the ones that want to be with women that complain the most. They can never find another one of them, and even in my own life, I don't think I've ever really seen one, except unless if they're very outwardly in your face, what they call butch, or if they're doing certain things, certain mannerisms that let you know, okay, this person is a part of that lifestyle. It might sound crazy because it's once again, these people literally fought to be legally married, which isn't real marriage. But I just think they don't really exist. I just don't see them. I don't encounter them. And especially where I live, there's a high LGBTQ plus population here. Especially when you go to downtown, they have the rainbow flags and all types of flags and creatures down there. But even then, I still just don't see them, to the point that I think they don't really exist. So I am starting to think that it's another trick of the enemy. So when people get sucked into the homosexual lifestyle, right? And this is for the woman specifically, then they're just always caught in this mirage where they think they're going to find love. They're going to find a person of the same sex who will love them and act like it's a real, authentic relationship. And from what I have seen through, the experiences, that's just not the case. Even with me, before I got saved and before I came to Christ, I was indulging in the homosexual lifestyle, even though now I know I was never a homosexual to begin with. And I've always been attracted to men. But there's a lot of details to get into with that. But the point is that even when I was indulging in that lifestyle, even I thought to myself, like, do they even exist? Like, do lesbians really exist? Do women who are attracted, I guess that's the word you could use, to other women, like, do they really exist? Because in my experiences and others that I know, it's like a mirage. You think you finally, like, you found one, or that you see one, but it's false, it's a negative, and you just end up going in circles and becoming obsessive. Like, it makes you want to get it even more, because you're like, man, like, I can't get this thing, but I'm hearing, and like, I hear of other people who are able to get it, and I see other people online who were able to get it, so it makes you want to go after it even more. And that's a trick of the enemy, is that he wants you to be fixated on something that is not real. He wants you to be fixated on something that cannot give life, on something that is not going to give you satisfaction. He wants you to keep you on a hamster wheel and keep chasing after something that just does not exist, that you're not going to have, and that you're not even supposed to have. Like, God Almighty does not want you to even have that in the first place. And so it's an insidious trick of the enemy to, number one, make you think and believe that you're a homosexual, and to think you belong in that lifestyle, and then to have you chasing after other people, seeking the approval of the same sex so that you can indulge in perverse activities with them, when the whole time they don't even see you as one of their own, or like they don't exist. You're not finding what you're looking for, or they just straight up reject you. So that's even more trauma that the powers of darkness can use to gain access to you. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot. It's homosexuality, perversion, rejection, trauma, feeling unsettled and becoming obsessive about trying to attain this one thing, that the whole time it's defiling you, or it's making you unclean. And I'll speak a little bit on the gay males as well, at least from what I have observed and seen from people giving their own anecdotes and testimonies. With the gay males, is kind of the opposite. So with the gay males, it's like they just can't get enough. Like, they're constantly hooking up. They're constantly engaging in these perverse sexual activities. And it can happen anywhere. They call it cruising. It could happen in the bathroom or the restrooms. It could happen at the gym. It could happen at the sauna. It could happen in a parking lot. So their issue, from what I have seen and observed from other people's testimonies and anecdotes, is that getting the hookups, getting the sexual activity is no problem, but they have issues finding someone who actually loves them and respects them. A lot of them end up in open relationships. And once again, that's rejection, because some of these males, they're looking for someone who loves them, right? A lot of them, they're lacking the love of a father, or they want the love of a woman, but because of trauma, they feel like they can't get that. So they try to look for that in men. And then they end up being rejected because the men don't even want to be committed to them. And it's not even real relationships to begin with, because relationships cannot be with same sex. It can only be with man and woman. So that just adds to the layers of confusion and rejection and trauma. And all the while, people think they can't leave because they have already assumed homosexual as their identity. So the idea of leaving and doing something new and different with their lives never even crosses their mind. They think they have to stay in that lifestyle, in that community, and deal with it because that's who they are. But truth be told, that's another confusion. They don't have to be that way. They don't have to live that way. Because a lot of them are not even homosexual, even if they think they are. Because even like I said before, I engaged in the homosexual community or lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, for a bit. But I was never even homosexual myself. Like, I've always been straight, I've always been heterosexual. But that just goes to show the levels of confusion and the social contagion, what they're showing in the media, in music, and what we see on TV and in real life. It all reinforces, makes you think it's okay, makes you think like, well, this isn't working out for you, or maybe like you have trauma with men, or you have trauma with your parents, with your father or your mother. And so you think, well, if you can't get love from where you're truly supposed to get love from, then maybe you can go to that community as an alternative. And it's okay, right? Because people are smiling, people are waving flags, people are happy. But then once you actually get into it, you're stuck. You're stuck, and you just try to keep moving forward, and it feels like you're moving against a wave because it's unnatural, and that's not where you're supposed to be. So that's what I have to say about that, about lesbians and gays don't exist. I mean, you could take that in different ways. You could take that like maybe they're just being confused and manipulated by the enemy, or maybe some of them really do have those feelings for the same sex, but they can be saved. Like, I've seen testimonies of that, but as far as this video goes, I think it's a fantasy or a mirage, because I go out and I don't see that. Like, when you're looking for it, you don't see it. I don't see that. I see it online without even trying to look for it, but in person, I don't see that. And like I said, and I live in a city that has a pretty high population of this kind of stuff, of these kind of people. So I think, the rejection, the trauma that both of them face, it's all works of the enemy to keep them stuck, to keep them bound to the homosexual lifestyle, and to never seek true life with a woman or a man, a partner of the opposite sex, as God intended. So if you have noticed this yourself, if you are dealing with this yourself, whether you are in the homosexual lifestyle, or if you are saved, or if you're heterosexual, whatever your walk of life may be, if you have always been heterosexual, but you got sucked into the homosexual lifestyle, if you have the trauma that I've talked about in this video, if you have anything to share regarding this, drop your comments below, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next one.